to all of you. It's my pleasure to be here. This is my second time that I'm here, and I would like to thank the organizers for inviting us and making this great conference. Mr. Vlahovic, Madam Governor Irina Radovic, dear colleagues, governors, deputy governors, representative of institutions, this audience, but as well the panelists here, are a testimony of commitment that we have all together to move forward. I have to congratulate, first of all, the Central Bank of Montenegro for doing excellent job, and not only within the country, but I can assure you that that has much affected positively us in terms of motivation and as well connection to them, but other central banks as well for doing great job on this very important topic. Second, let me just, before I go, comment very shortly on Mr. Vlahovic's presentation, and with all due respect, I have to say that some references on the presentation were incorrectly representing my country, Republic of Kosovo, which is even moreover to some cases that was referred to IMF reports, which are not, representing us in that way. So since this is a professional, let's say, conference, I believe that there is no intention on it because everything else was just okay. I have to just make sure that we represent equally each other and we really work together for what we are here today. Yes, it is very hard to speak after my colleague, my friend, Governor Irina Radovic, because she actually covered almost all issues that are quite relevant to, I believe, the Western Balkans countries. It was, for me, the same. So I started in August 2023, a little bit 3 months before Irina started, and it was not in our agenda, honestly, at the SEPA integration. I'm not saying that it was not foreseen, but probably it was a little bit longer horizon. But as we have seen, there is a real big potential. It was a positive will as well from the Commission side. We thought that is a great advantage to start working early on it. So for a very short period of time, with the strong support of the World Bank, which I use this opportunity to express our gratitude to them, and Mattia is here as well, we have been able to prepare three important laws, which was law on banks, law on payment institutions, and law on AML, amendment to the law on AML, and being able in spring, so after 6 months, to present those laws to the Parliament. And then we worked on 25 bylaws, regulations, which were adopted by end of last year. So we were then, October last year, we were able to submit our pre-application, and then we updated it on December last year. Unfortunately, due to some constitutional proceedings, review on the entire law, so the same day when our laws were adopted, there is a little bit of delay on publishing those laws, and that's why we haven't yet received formal, let's say, comments from the Commission, DG FISMA. But we are really doing our great work to make sure that we move forward. In addition to the laws, we have adopted national retail payment strategy, and as well the strategic plan of the central bank of the end of 2023, and we have foreseen this as one of the main pillars where we want to go. And it was mentioned by Governor Irina. This is not on a technical matter. It is really a bridge toward European Union integration, and we see this possibility ahead of formal accession or, I don't know, enlargement. This is a real tangible process that will bring a lot of benefits in the country, in economy, but as well will remove the barriers which are already on the trade, will facilitate the trade, will increase the movement of the capital, and not only. Of course, there are some challenges, and I think even though we are in different stages heading the same direction, that is an advantage for us, at least, because we can learn. And this is one of the, I believe, main, let's say, achievements or goals of those kind of discussions and summits, because we have learned, for example, from Montenegro that this alignment in regulatory framework is one important thing, but then it's technical part. And it's not only the central bank. There are a lot of other parties involved. So we had a great cooperation with other state institutions, including the, I don't know, Data Protection Agency, the competition body, the tax administration and others to make sure that we, of course, align the regulatory framework. But then next is the technical side, the investments which are needed, and we have as well the PSPs to be involved. In Kosovo, we have as well amended the law in that way that we will allow non-banks, payment institutions, to be part of national payment system. In this way, they will be part of SEPA as well. So additional work, technical work is needed, and as we all know, those institutions are a little bit lower in a level when it comes to capacities, to infrastructure, to knowledge, governance, etc. So it is as well something to acknowledge the fact that Commission, European Central Bank, and other partners are really helpful now, and our region is seen now as much more closer partner for European Union. I am not criticizing the past, but really we feel the difference, and we feel that we would create some values. I liked someone who said one day, I forgot, unfortunately, who was the one to say that even though we are not today the members, we are projected shareholders of the European Union. So we have some reserved place there. That's why we work today for that place that we will get tomorrow. The World Bank with this Regional Cooperation Council was really important, and I have to say that we learned a lot as well, and the level of the cooperation and exchange is something that I would like publicly to commend, is that the colleagues from central banks, including Montenegro, Albania, North Macedonia, would as well share us their, hard work done, Bosnia as well, to make sure that we know where we are going and what challenges we have. So by learning from this process, we were able to prepare and submit our pre-application, we believe, at the highest possible standard because of this work that was done priori by other central banks. And the fact that the World Bank was leading in all of those means that they had the information for all the feedbacks that they got from the Commission. We are partnering with International Finance Corporation, IFC, part of the World Bank, on the technical part. So we have a project, 5-year project called Digital Financial Infrastructure, which is helping us on main issues, including the digital onboarding, the infrastructure which is needed to support, the digitalization of the payment system, including the domestic payment system, which we already agreed to develop with Bank of Italy, Banca d'Italia, which is supporting the region as well. So I think if in the past it was really difficult to think that Western Balkan countries can be together and have the same opinion, this is today doable. So we have now 4 central banks in the region out of 6, and probably the 5th in a way to come, North Macedonia, that agreed to have the same provider of national payment systems, which later on will become cross-border payment system, the final goal to become part of European payment system TIPS. So having different views, but then agreeing on same thing and same capabilities and same functionalities, it's a big work and requires really a recognition from that time. And I think in this case, deputy governors were the one to really have done a great job. Of course, the leadership is always important. And without this motivation and commitment and leadership, of course, that could be a different process, but then it comes the technical part, the people who have knowledge and expertise, how to do things in practical terms. So mixture of leadership, commitment, political support, because the parliament at the end had to approve, compared and together with the expertise and technical knowledge of the local staff, with the expertise and support of TAs from international partners, and with the support of EPC, European Central Bank, and the Commission, I think this is doable. And we are going to tell to the society as well that irrelevant to the political processes, that's why the central banks worth to be independent, to stay on their course and make sure that they deliver, in addition to financial stability and other matters as well, contribute to the inclusion. Of course, for the benefits, it has been talked a lot, but let me just say a few words what Kosovo will benefit. We have I believe the other countries in the region, very tight relations with European Union when it comes to economic and trade. So we import and export to European Union between 35 to 60%. So our economy is really the biggest trade partner is European Union. And the countries which are more dominant are Germany, France, and Belgium. And of course, it's Austria, Switzerland, the which is very much related to our diaspora as well. We have a very big diaspora in Europe, and this is, I believe, the businesses are connected in this way. But in addition to that, remittances are as well very much connected. So 60% of our remittances are coming from European Union members. And still, I believe, for historical reasons, still there is a very big connection and, let's say, strong feelings about the home country. So every year at summertime, we have a lot of diaspora people coming back to the country. So this is, of course, boosting the economy as well, in addition to the remittances. But it tells a lot as well how different it would be for someone who is living for many years in Germany, coming to the country and having to cross a lot of borders. And as well, if they want to do a business, they would be considered like, another world, which is unfair, unjust. And I think we are going to leverage that very soon. In terms of savings, if we can't calculate only what we are going to benefit, is that 55 million euro per year is estimated to be the cost that we can save when we join SEPA. And in addition to, of course, faster, improved transparency and consumer protection, in terms of more secure transactions, and I believe we will as well somehow demotivate people to carry on physical cash, as they will have a cheap and very secure and safe and efficient payment method. For the businesses, mainly SMEs and fintechs and exporters, I believe this is going to be a great advantage as well. We are known as a small country, of course, but very open for this intellectual part of the services. So we are leading in fintech, in some other related, let's say, fashion design and some other services, which are mainly exported, and we are in surplus in this. But as well, the way how they collect funds, it's really meaningful. We have a business, for example, led by a woman with 100 employees, which had to open an account in Albania to receive payments because of some other, as well, let's say, limitation when it comes to PayPal and some other international payment providers, which are not always listing Kosovo in their menus. So if you are a business, small business, and you cannot afford to have such kind of, disruptive issues. So if you would like me to list, I would say cost saving and efficiency, faster payments, transparency and security, export competitiveness, SME support and inclusivity, capital movement, and as well innovation. As we open and we work toward that, a lot of other benefits will rise as a cross or interrelated issues in the market. I can say that we enjoy great cooperation in the region. We believe that as a region we will join together, and the idea of having such gathering like this one is really a good opportunity for all of us to exchange, to hear and learn, but as well share whatever was a good experience, or sometimes not always good. So even if there is a mistake that we tried something, doesn't work well, we really have to make sure that we share that. And the presence of Mr. Binsal here as well, and he was last year in Kosovo when we marked our 25th anniversary, and we had similar conference related to the same topic, tells that really the European Central Banks is dedicating their greatest resources that they have to make sure that they open the door for us and they keep this open. So I'm not sure if I was able to reply to the expectations of the questions, but really this is a very extraordinary and good example of the organizations that we had in the region. Thank you very much.